Okay, while you have finished your vote, I would like to use the spare time to share my observation here. I've seen many professional presentations here. Although some of you said you were nervous, I did not aware of that. Yes. So there's no need for you to say you are nervous. And also, I've seen some professional use of slides. They're very helpful to the presentation. Of course, there are some just slides reading. And there are slides that you may need to get improved because there are too many words on it and they are just slides reading. Because all the audience could read those slides. There's no need to read the slides out. Make best use of your time. And there was in many cases I've seen that you use notes. But many of you did not read them. I'm not sure whether you just hold it for the purpose of confidence. I'm not sure. But if it is, you can get rid of them. Because some notes were so large that it just blocked your face. And also, when you are holding the notes, you cannot use your hands. Okay? And for the use of this remoter, beware that once you press the button, your slides moved. So while you're not using this, hold your thumbs below so that you won't touch any button. You only move your thumb up when you have a purpose to move forward or backward. Okay? And talking about the presentation, you have got all your notes, right? Joyce? You have collected all the notes? Yes. Okay, good. There is a case that touched my heart very much. That's Yvonne. Yvonne told me many times, apologized a number of times that her English is not good. And she was very nervous. And I'm sure you could observe that. And when she held her notes, at the very beginning, she read her notes, right? But when she told her personal story, remember that? The little boy she met, she did not use notes. And she told us successfully, to me at least, a very touching story. So I assure you, when you have passion, when you have confidence in the message you get across, there is no notes needed. It is you that get the points across. It is your story, your belief, your conviction to the project that you are going to do. Convince the audience. It's not the language. It's not any particular skills. It's the belief you have. And of course, talking about this, we still have some skills that needed. And I observed that a number of you just swing your legs too much. Even for, not only for girls, but for one or two gentlemen who swing your legs. And beware of it. The most comfortable position, or yesterday we talked about gesture, is to apart your legs with the width like your shoulder and balance your weight with the two legs. It's the very comfortable position that you can put. And when you need to move forward, you just move it. Move forward. Okay? And when you have a point that you want to push, then you always step forward and not backward. Say, for example, it is very important. You won't say this. It is very important to do this. Okay? And Patuka, I'm not sure how you learn to use your mic, but it's interesting that you put it here.
Yeah, that's how I was trained.
Yes, but I think if you observe the greatest presenter of the last 2 decades, Obama and Bill Clinton, they have this distance, not this. Okay? And for hygiene purposes, it's better to have a short distance. And also, I've observed some presenter did not know how to use the mic well. Some, again, it needs practices, and some have this distance. I don't know how your voice can well received with this distance. Okay, make a distance that the mic would not block your face, and it's far enough that your voice could be received. And with the PowerPoint, I'm not sure whether most of you are right-handed. You all turn here, this side. And make sure we have 2 screens, and there are audience at this side. Especially in this case, we have a big boy here. I'm not emphasizing we need to pay a lot of attention to the big boy, but at least we have an audience, we have a group of audience here. If you always turn your PowerPoint referring to this side, how about the people on that side? So when you're referring, try to stand a step backwards here, and also at some time referring to the screen here, so that you will have a well-balanced attention to everyone in this room. Okay, this is the observation that I've seen that I would like to share with you. Okay, so while we are waiting for the other group to join us, is there any questions or anything that you would like to share here?
Yeah, again, time was...
Oh yes, of course, time. Time. Yes, you notice that. Of course, you need some practice so that you know the time. Sharing one of my experiences, I'm a Toastmaster, and I have attended a number of contests in my Toastmasters journey. And for this speech contest, I always prepare my speech in writing, and I rehearse and rehearse. There's one point because there's always a timekeeper for the speech contest. We have a 1 minute, 30 seconds, and the red card, that means you should end your speech. I always time myself when I have 30 seconds left. It should be my conclusion. If it is not, there must be a sentence or a story that I can stop, I can withdraw without affecting the content, the whole structure of my speech, so that no one knows that I dropped that sentence. But it looks a very complete speech. You know what I mean? So when you are preparing your presentation, you know time is crucial. Time is crucial, especially at the end of the conclusion. It may be a call of action. It may be a summary that when people have fallen asleep, they can still grab what you are talking about. So beware of that 15 seconds left. No matter if, it's better to drop your last topic than missing the most important part, the conclusion. It wraps up the essence, the spirit of your presentation. But when they join the kindergarten class, the teacher tells the physics lesson, how a creature can fly. A creature can fly because they have big wings. You look at the birds. Their wings are strong and big so that they can carry the body of the creature. They can fly, right? But for a bee, can you imagine or can you remember what the wings of a bee look like? How it look like? Very small, transparent, right? Then how can the wing carry the body? It's the myth. So baby bee get very confused. Can I fly? Oh, it's a doubt that comes from this part. So he comes home and asks Mommy, Mommy, why can't I fly? I can't, I couldn't be flying. Mommy said, dear, this is also the question I asked my mother when I was at your age. My mother told me, if you think you can, then you can. So ladies and gentlemen, making a presentation is like a bee with that transparent little wing that flies. If you think you can, you can. Okay, so let's come back for wrapping up what you have got yesterday and today. What you have come across from this experimental learning that you learn from your own presentation and the observation you have from at least 10 buddies in this group, in your group. What's your observation? What you can take home? Now let me tell you what I can take home. It's a very touching story that we can get rid of all those notes when we have our own belief and our own story. This is what I could take home. So what's yours? Come on. Yes.
I think it's great how much we can learn from each other.
Okay.
Learning. So when we're aware of how others are improving and we see the difference in others, I think like subconsciously we're also learning and improving of others as well. So
Okay, good. Thank you. So learning from others, mirroring. Any particular things that you have mirrored?
absolutely. When you see somebody using really effective gestures, we had Jill using, in our presentations about eating.
Okay.
So you want to incorporate that into yours as well.
Okay, thank you. Now, I need something specific so that something that we really put into our agenda of learning. Thank you. Yes. Ladies first.
Lady first, I think so. I'm sorry.
I didn't notice we left at the same time, so what?
You win.
Okay, I really love to think. Yesterday somebody was write the suggestion for me, said the strong eye contact. Because I said I did eye contact, but when we did eye contact, we usually goes like this. But as he mentioned that, I don't know he or she, but he said strong eye contact will be like you look something but really deeply and really concentrate and you confident. So I learned a lot from it. Thank you for yesterday, somebody.
When you did it, it's received. Okay, thank you. Yes.
I noticed that lots of people bring scripts or notes on the stage, but the thing I found is that the best performance during their speech was the moment whenever they drop off the notes. They speak from the heart.
Yes.
So I'll suggest everyone, and as I wrote to you, you don't need a script.
You need a coin.